As you simply rest into this moment, I invite you to just breathe. And I invite you to behold the gift of noticing with non-judgment and observing as you experience peace. As you drop into the awareness of the sensation of being supported by the surface beneath you, becoming aware of the actual sensations of contact, of being held in the safe space of this present moment. You are becoming aware of the fact that you can tune into your body and notice the physical sensations that accompany feelings and emotions, even if you just pretend to notice or make up the answer. So I invite you to make a decision, as if you could simply choose, and it happens like magic. Make a choice that you are ready to step into unshakable self-worth and resilience in the face of unwarranted criticism or unkindness. It's okay to dream big about how strong and confident you can become. Just notice and trust what comes to mind. Now. And now, regarding your decision, think about a specific situation where you've encountered unkindness or harsh criticism. Maybe it's with a family member or someone else in your life. So here in this safe space, I invite you to remember one specific time when this occurred. Imagine being there now. See what you saw, hear what you heard, but this time, feel that uncomfortable feeling you felt so that your highest self now understands where you are ready to experience a shift. What feeling you are ready to replace with empowered self-worth and resilience from now on. You're doing well. So now I invite you to simply notice that you are here in this moment and not that moment you were imagining. You are sitting here basking in the peace of hypnosis as you listen to my voice and experience the sensation of being supported by the surface beneath you in this moment. Think to yourself, I am here and it is good. And now, I invite you to imagine that scene you pretended to be in a moment ago. But this time, you get to experience the adventure of safely floating and looking way down below at that scene down there. Or, if it's even easier, you can imagine observing that scene on a TV screen. Notice yourself in that situation, surrounded by a brilliant protective aura of self-worth as criticism and unkindness bounce off like water droplets on a lotus leaf, leaving you untouched and even more radiant. And from here, with this beautiful magical perspective, ask yourself, how does it feel to be so deeply rooted in my own value that no external unkindness can shake me? Perhaps you feel the warm glow of self-love, or a solid core of inner strength, or a serene pool of unshakable peace. Just notice what comes to mind when you ask, how does it feel to be so deeply rooted in my own value? Imagine that with every breath you take, your body and your subconscious mind are memorizing what it's like to experience self-worth and resilience in the place where that old, unresourceful feeling used to be, so that this is yours from now on. Now experience gratitude that you now understand your inherent worth, your resilience, your natural inborn ability to become stronger with every challenge. Allow gratitude to take over and fill every cell of your magnificent body as you think the words "thank you" to acknowledge and accept the gift you are being given in this moment. As you simply appreciate yourself exactly as you are. And how amazing is it to notice that as you gaze at this mirror, your highest self appears in the reflection, radiating unshakable self-worth and inner strength. You may see your highest self, or you may be aware of their presence in some other way, because whatever you're experiencing now is right for you. And as you become aware of your highest self, I invite you to ask this magnificent part of you that loves you unconditionally and knows your true worth. This part of you that remains strong and centered in the face of any unkindness. Ask this part of yourself, what is the simplest way to remember and feel my self-worth from now on? And I'll be quiet as you notice what you notice about the most simple way to experience self-worth from now on. Trusting the simplicity of the answer you receive now. Something magical is taking place right now as both the conscious mind and your unconscious mind memorize this deep sense of self-worth. Receive these aha moments and install them into all the places and times when it's appropriate to remember your inherent value. You might even notice with curiosity how this information is being embedded into all the future situations where you encounter criticism or unkindness. As this unwavering self-worth is embedded into your very DNA in the most nourishing, life-affirming way from now on, so that the harder you try to be negatively impacted by someone else's negativity, the easier it is to step into self-worth. So now I invite you to open the wardrobe in front of you and just take one piece of clothing. Anything that you notice or imagine. You don't have to see it visually. You can just imagine it's there. Because as you receive this gift, this piece of clothing becomes a signal that your transformation is complete. You get to keep this gift from now on, this gift of transformation and ongoing access to an understanding of your immense worth. And now, if you're ready to experience the majestic magic of this beautiful moment, I want you to step into the wardrobe. Keep the door open behind you, and as you take a step inside, you find yourself in a magnificent forest. Large trees to the left, trees to the right, vibrant, colorful fallen leaves beneath your feet, and in front of you, at the top of a lush green hill, is an inviting cabin. You instinctively know that the answer you've been looking for is just waiting for you inside that peaceful cabin. As you move toward the cabin, you feel personal power surge through the body. Now, radiating from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. You move to the door of the cabin, your cabin, and come inside. This is your safe space. Here, in this cabin, you have full access to the answers and wisdom you seek. There is more beautiful magic here than you could imagine before, and you realize with a sense of awe, life can be even more beautiful than I imagined, as the very essence of you memorizes the peace of this moment. Now, as you look around this enchanted space, you notice a large treasure chest on the floor. You touch this chest and realize that the golden key to the chest is hanging from the chain around your neck. This key signals that you are meant to be here. You are exactly where you are meant to be. When you're ready, put the key in the lock. Turn the key and feel the lock click open. As you open the lid and look inside with a sense of childlike wonder, you see a large envelope at the top of the treasure. Stamped across the front of the envelope, in large golden letters, is the word resilient, followed by your name. And you realize that you are finding this now because you have stepped into your true and inborn self-worth, and you now know how to access and move through the world with unwavering self-worth as your highest self. So now, with a sense of anticipation, joy, and relief, you can open this envelope that's here just for you. Inside, you find a thick stack of paper, and the top sheet of paper says, in large typed letters, "Here is your message." In a moment, not yet, but in a moment you will turn the page and just allow your message to appear. perhaps in words, pictures, sounds, feelings, whatever it may be. Just turn the paper. Allow the message to appear and let it unlock an even deep sense of self-worth as you say thank you for this experience, as you simply surrender to deep self-love, self-esteem, and self-worth. And now, in this magical experience, as you consciously and unconsciously absorb the truth of this message, I invite you to imagine that situation that was holding you back. Imagine that situation is being transformed. Imagine that situation where you encountered unkindness being transformed. See yourself standing tall, surrounded by an impenetrable shield of self-love and inner strength. The harsh words and actions simply dissolve into the air, unable to touch your core of unshakable worth. Imagine a beautiful, empowered, positive outcome. Perhaps seeing yourself responding with calm confidence, your self-worth growing even stronger in the face of adversity. As the unconscious mind memorizes this unshakable sense of your own value. Welcome to the real you. You have unlocked this gift from now on. So now you can simply notice the sensation of your feet in this space. Feel yourself becoming more and more aware of the feeling of being supported by the surface beneath you. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I say the number 5, you can come fully back to this beautiful moment, keeping your highest self with you from now on, knowing that you can re-experience this magic anytime from now on, because one can always come back to this moment, feeling 300 times more self-worth than before, with eyes wide open to the majesty of this moment on 5. Welcome back. Feel free to write down any aha moments from this life-changing session. You can come back to this recording anytime. In fact, the more often you listen, the easier it is to access your highest self anytime you need it. Enjoy the journey, my friend.